Jeepers, it's 50 Cent.
Yo, B, I heard you throw down on stage. Wanna join my world tour?
Sorry, Fitty, I have school tomorrow.
You're right. The more you know, the further you go. And that's when to grow on. Does that count as community service?
No.
All right, take me to the park. We'll pick up some dog poop.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
All right, go ahead.
Yep.
That's it, yeah.
Alright, so this video started out as a few things. At first, I just wanted to look at The Simpsons and how they use hip-hop in the show. It always fascinated me that the most popular show on the planet has referenced the world's most popular music genre just a handful of times.
Here you go, you little yellow cracker. Now let's go murder our enemies. Peace.
This got me thinking though. I know The Simpsons doesn't understand hip-hop, but what cartoon actually does? Does one exist?
Wiggity, word up!
So in this minute essay, I'll try to analyze the common threads in how American animation sees hip-hop. The good, the bad, and whatever the hell else is in between. Look, I'm not a fucking hip-hop vet. I wasn't in line waiting for Stillmatic to drop, and I don't have KRS-One tattooed on my back. I'm just a black kid from Jersey who really likes cartoons and really likes MF Doom. I'm not gonna act like I know every artist or album. I'm just a guy who really likes hip-hop, who likes animation, and noticed some patterns. I know I just said basically the same thing twice, but I had both of these in my notes, and I like how both of them sounded. There are many a channel I reached out to be a part of this thing. I even considered collaborating with my close friend, Man of 1,000 Thoughts.
Hey, I'm Man of 1,000 Thoughts.
But now fuck that, I decided I was gonna go full commando on this thing. That's what that means, right? Who gives a fuck?
Me.
This one's a big boy.
Pause. What the fuck?
The biggest boy type shit. Alright, let's get into it. This is Get Animated or Dead Chat.
Ooh, I can't wait, bro. I always love what you have to say. I watch every video, no matter what the topic is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, except for Scoob.
Right.
Or Mike Luanog. I don't like any of those Charlie Brown things either. Or Phineas, or Little Lulu, or Baby Blues, or that Invaded thing, or Home on the Range. Hey, did you make How to Black?
This ain't televised, they telling lies, but promise I won't. We been patronized, they taking lives, I'm on my way home. Relax my mind about half the time I'm watching cartoons for knocks, how I'm locked in my room. Of course they resemble my skin when I watch too. Hypnotizing, tannic, how I frolic through the vibes. Okay, dreaming mama's proud as if she looks through Penny's eyes. I'm a man of the house like Oscar. We deceive, I believe need Oscar. James Earl when I speak, I'm a Fossa. Gotta swerve in the streets, never block us. I go, feel more, just try to make you feel more. Through the halls I felt storms. Looking at me cause I don't like what you like, you feel torn. Should've smacked your light slick back, you ain't seen pimpin' before. For the stars I shoot pimpin', no boy, you best check the score.
Alright, so let's start this thing off with a quote. You can't sell out unless someone is willing to buy in. Yeah, bring it in. Today's video is actually brought to you by the service Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different classes covering dozens of different creative topics, all taught by well-versed professionals. Premium membership gives you unlimited access. You can join whatever classes or communities you feel like are right for you. Whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even your career, Skillshare is honestly the best place for you to go to continue to develop whatever your craft is. This class is on poster design, animation, writing. But if you're watching this, I'll take it safe to assume that you probably care even just a little bit about hip-hop and music. If so, I recommend Learn How to Master Songs Like a Pro, all from your home, taught by the OG Grammy-nominated Young Guru. Open up your ears a little bit, to the point where you'll be able to hear Mary J lick her lips on Be With You with no effort. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month.
We're a little short. Hell yeah.
But the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description will get 30% off an annual premium membership, so you can explore your creativity while having to put the bag up. And what's good with, even if you already had a Skillshare free trial, you can still take advantage of this offer and get a full year of unlimited learning and creative exploration. With Skillshare, you can find inspiration in the moment and learn how to express your creativity, bring color and beauty and fun to your year. Just go to Skillshare.com/ToonrificTariq05211. Skillshare.com/TOONRIFICTARIQ05211 for 30% off premium membership.
We're home. We got beat.
Just play.
Alright, let's start here. In 2007, Ian Jones-Quartey and Jim Gizriel, two homeboys from college, got together and created an animated web cartoon called Knock Force.
Jump and scream till you get your throat hoarse. This is the show that we call Knock Force.
You may know Ian as the creator of OKKO, Let's Be Heroes. And you might know Jim from the Pizza Party podcast, or his own channel. Even though the subject of the cartoon was two rappers, a lot of it was low-key just like an animated podcast.
I wonder when like 3D is actually gonna make a narrative difference in a film, the way that color or sound would. Oh
well,
wait.
I think 3D will make a narrative difference when someone has to grab this cup.
But even then, Jim and Ian still dropped a lot of records under the Knock Force name. And it's obvious that the two just have such a love for the genre.
Yo, this is gonna be the hottest track you ever heard, bitch.
Oh, yeah, bitch.
Don't even try to bring this to Knock Force, cause you never heard beats like this.
Never.
Ready?
Yeah. Kick it.
This ain't
When I first started this video, Knock Force was one of the first things that I thought of. It was one of the first animated things on the internet birthed completely by the love of hip hop. Jim and Ian really did their thing on this one. So, guess what I did? I called them, nigga. Duh.
The show originally was just supposed to be like a container for all those songs. Because was Metalocalypse out yet?
Yeah, Metalocalypse was out. It was like right around that time.
Yeah.
I forget the year.
So I think we were like, this is it. We can make a cartoon band. You know, we loved Gorillaz and we loved, like Metalocalypse. I don't know, Josie and the Pussycats?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We wanted to make like a cartoon band. And we did a lot of reference into like fake bands like the Monkees, Kiss. Like, because hip hop doesn't really have like sort of New Edition, but I don't think that really counts. But we like any rap group we could look at. And it's also like the Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, we're in middle school when that broke, and I think that
for
was
sure.
a big one.
That was like a huge one for both of us.
I think it was also just like we were right out of college, we were hungry, and it was just like, let's do this. And I think like no one told us no either, because we were just like, let's go. And also there was kind of a feeling that like when you're out of college and what was going on in animation between like Wonder Chosen and 12 Ounce Mouse and even like Yo Gabba Gabba, we're like, anything's possible, and like we can
we were really inspired. The thing about it was that like we didn't have a plan, we just wanted to make stuff. So
yeah, it was
maybe it wasn't necessary for culture, but it was necessary for us at the time.
Yeah. But anyway, I realized the best way is to 1, carry a gun, and 2, take responsibility for your actions. So if I shoot somebody, I'm responsibly shooting someone. I'm sorry I laughed. That made me laugh. Here we go.
Alright, so the structure of this video wasn't exactly the easiest thing to figure out, but I think I want to start with the more nuanced portrayals of hip-hop and animation, because there's not that many, my nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll get into it in a few, but a lot of hip-hop and animation comes from generalizations and stereotypes. But every once in a while, a show will use it cleverly.
Hey, I was listening to that.
Ah, hip-hop. I don't get it. Where's the cue?
Rappin' Draken is one that anyone around my age probably remembers. That Naked Mole Rat shit had the streets for years. It's a mid-run Kim Possible episode that focuses on Draken wanting to brainwash the hood into buying his shampoo, and he uses hip-hop to do it. Points for making a rapper a black woman. That's a nice change of pace from these. But her name's MC Honey, so points off because niggas is definitely not calling themselves MC no more. Since the hip-hop stuff starts really late in the episode, it's hard not to deflect and write notes about how funny and gorgeous the show is, but whatever. Stay on topic, my nigga. They hate when you go off topic. So anyway, The Best Man Holiday. The episode doesn't directly say anything about hip-hop, but it definitely explores one of its uses in a really, really smart way. Draken's whole thing in the episode is that he's using hip-hop as a marketing tool. They show that he kinda likes it, sure, but he doesn't care anything about it. What comes first for him is his product, his plan. So he kinda just throws something together, steps out and spits. And yeah, that's common. especially in the early 2000s, you know? How many times have you heard a commercial of some dollar store niggas spitting discount bars that were clearly meant to just sell a product? And it's really clever too because you can hear it in the way that he raps. Draken doesn't care, his flow's all over the place, he fucks up his rhyme scheme mad times.
As a sweet sure berry, it makes me look scary than a ponytail in my hair.
Even on the bridge for this record, this nigga's just like grunting. Ron raps about Rufus though, something that he cares about. And a brilliant little addition is this conversation right here.
Yo, listen up, Papa Holla from Ron.
I wanted it to sound like me.
This nigga got bars, son. Like, fam, okay, I knew this record was hard, but he really going crazy.
Here's a story in our
story is you don't want the truth. That's around that Rufus. And when the me said, be careful, don't drop it. And he was this kid. I keep it in my pocket. I gotta get paid, my nigga. Sorry, not sorry, like shit.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. What's your broke ass?
The Boondocks is a satire of black culture after all, so whatever they have to say is going to be more detailed than any of the other shows in this video. Thugnificent himself really ain't shit but a Ludacris parody, and his homeboys are all used as satire as well.
Yo, nigga, your brother told us how you be all into reading and shit. Hey, that's some real good shit, my nigga, for real. Congratulations, nigga.
Did you just congratulate me for reading?
I love these niggas, man, I'm not gonna lie. I think Thugnificent and his homeboys are a commentary on early 2000s rappers, with their ignorance, abrasiveness, and their carefree nature. You think about that time they made that diss record to Robert called F Granddad, and he ain't even these niggas' granddad. Or you even think about that beef he had with Sergeant Gutto, which is a brilliant parody of Soulja Boy and Ice-T's beef. If you know, you know.
This old nigga is old enough to be my dad. Did he tell me to eat a dick?
Nigga old enough to be my great-grandfather.
No, I got shot for real. I got shot for real.
Rappers snitching in their lyrics. And whatever else you could think of that comedically works from that era of rap. The first part kind of zeroes in on the narrative that a lot of rappers aren't exactly who they say they are. They kind of put on a facade of a life that's a lie in order to sell records. The second part is more about homophobia in hip-hop, how hip-hop has a history of being blatantly homophobic, and go through mad hoops to prove that they ain't gay. My nigga, that's a purse!
Nah, Granddad, I keep my strap in here, you heard?
Why is the why is the ass cut out?
In case you gotta blick a nigga down, Granddad. Bow bow.
Gay ass nigga, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, I ain't listening to you.
I recommend his shit a little later in the video. I kind of wrote this shit out of order, but it's really because I think this nigga is 50 times smarter than me. But my man, the storyteller, has a video about these episodes as well, strictly about how they handle the topic of homophobia. He even goes over that Tyler Perry one where this clip comes from.
I never thought I'd ever be with a man so loving and light-skinned.
And I will always be light-skinned just for you.
Aw, man, bro, they couldn't make the Boondocks today. You niggas is too sensitive. I would've had that shit canceled if it was around today. Nigga, they canceled the shit back then, fuck. In the first part, it's evident that Riley, in trying to lead the gangster life that he idolizes, actually turns out to be more real than Gangstalicious himself. Riley isn't putting on as big of a facade as Gangstalicious. The music, the culture that he consumes, made him who he is, or who he thinks he is. He's just an impressionable kid. Look at this nigga Gangstalicious though, man. He hiding from bullets, stuttering when he found out that the cops not downstairs to protect him.
This nigga dropped the strap. Come on, son. Now I'm mad. You feel me? Like, what the fuck?
That is not gangster. That's very not gangster.
Gangstalicious had to hide behind all of this because the culture of hip-hop, at least back then, wouldn't let him be who he is. Backpack niggas was weirdos back then, son. Nigga, you could play that weirdo MF Doom bomb throwing comic book shit at the kickback if you want to.
Boy, listen, come here.
The rap can't find a beat with a map.
Cause the boy ain't got no rhythm.
It was going to be a show about a little black boy that wanted to rap, but he was some dookie ass. So basically, this show is just a biopic about It kind of shares the same sentiment while being a little bit more optimistic about it. The kid still follows his dreams. Y'all not tripping, it does. It has a lot of Billy and Mandy energy.
Your form's getting better, but you gotta work on sticking that landing, dog.
This thing's fun. It has this wild Bone Thugs Cisco parody ass nigga. It's pretty good.
He's so gone.
I said a S to the O to the L to the K.
B-O-N-E. Oh, yay.
Man, I really loved the scene between Riley and Did by the end of it.
You know my favorite rapper was when I was your age? Ice Cube. He was so gangster. I used to have dreams that Ice Cube came to my house and killed my whole family. And for some reason, I thought he was so cool and I wanted to be him. And when I started to act like that, like a killer, people like me, girls, you know, whatever. But I really wasn't that person. And finally caught up with me. I'm sorry you got caught in the middle.
It speaks to a lot. It speaks to idolizing people who don't do the right thing. It speaks to the power of the media that we consume. But more importantly, I think it speaks to becoming something that you aren't, which is something that I think hasn't been explored before or since in quite the exact same way as it's done here through the lenses of hip hop. A lot of the other times it just kind of feels like I think the story of Gangstalicious is brilliant because it takes you on this journey to the point where you're just as mad as Riley is, but they instantly find a way to make you empathize. It kind of sounds silly to say out loud, but I think the Boondocks is the most nuanced portrayal of hip hop because it treats the rappers like humans. Wait. Oh fuck, wait, there's a part 2 to this. Fuck, that would have been a perfect ad break. I mentioned it before, but they did a second part, an epilogue kinda, to the story of Gangstalicious, somewhere in the middle of the second season. I'm always amazed when I realize that these things didn't come out back to back. They always felt like one giant narrative to me, but this shit is crazy. The song is literally called Do the Homie, and they got this nigga busting off in the club. Part 2 is explicitly about homophobia in hip hop. Season 1 and Season 2 are damn near 2 completely different cartoons, tone and satire wise. The shit giving off mad South Park energy at some points. The sequence is played for laughs. I mean, it is a silly cartoon, but when Gangstalicious is proven to be gay and no one wants to work with him or be associated with him, it really hurts to watch. This nigga pulled up the Thugnificent crib and they cut the lights off on bro just because rap isn't welcome to the LGBTQ community. It's a real reflection of an era of homophobia in hip hop. I mean, things have gotten better. It's not exactly 2005 anymore, but the reaction from hip hop to artists like Lil Nas X proves that we still kind of got a long way to go. Still, it's dope to see some vets really don't give a fuck. It helps make the goofies stick out like sore thumbs.
Man, just tell the truth. You gay?
Will hip-hop ever accept an outwardly gay rapper? I don't know. First, somebody has to come out the closet. Peekaboo.
Oh no! They're going to tear down the rec center and build a mini mall. Don't worry. We'll raise the money and save the rec center.
And I know how to do it. Look! Try out for Magical Brooklyn's best rap group. Win $100,000 and a dirt bike.
That dirt bike must be worth $10 million. Let's do it.
What did you think the show's appeal was? I don't know, because like we made it primarily to entertain ourselves, like at the end of the day. Because remember, there was a time when we were like, oh, we could like pitch this to like Adult Swim, and like we made a pitch book, we made like a DVD. But I think like once that didn't go through, we were just like, well, we'll just keep making it for ourselves, and it just became that. And I think some of the best stuff came out of that.
Yeah, just like stuff that we ourselves cared about. But
yeah,
I also think it was just like the appeal of it was like there wasn't really nerd rap the way it is now. Some of the appeal was just like people could watch it and just watch the skits, people could watch the rap music, all that stuff. So I think it was like that's kind of I don't know, I don't think it's that broad because I know the views aren't crazy or anything, but I think but
but that's true, because like, you know, nerdcore, it was starting to get a little bigger. And I remember before we started Knock Force, I was like really into like Blackalicious, MF Doom.
Yeah,
I listened to a little like MC Front a lot, but like, you know, that sort of like nerdcore sort of hip hop I think was like really inspiring too.
The Lupe Fiasco album, Food and Liquor,
Yes, that's right. That
Oh
was
my God.
that was important.
We listened to that too much. Like when I think we were listening to it and he said, "Shout out to the Gorillas," and I think we flipped out. We're like, he listens to the Gorillas. We listen to the Gorillas. And and it was also like the beginning of being a nerd was cool. Like the MCU thing
Right.
it was mainstream, but not like to the extent now it's like nerd culture is mainstream culture somewhat, but like at the time it was the beginning of the cool nerd sort of Pharrell talking about that stuff, and so I think it was like that too.
Yeah, I remember like it was so funny because like I think one of our first episodes we were talking about Endor. And like it was at the time when like two guys talking about Star Wars on the internet was like a novelty.
Well, yeah,
you know?
That's true. But you did say, I remember you literally said to me, "We are never doing Star Wars ever again." That was it. We're like, we can't make this about Star Wars because we will do this.
It's true
all the time.
Every episode would be about Star Wars,
so which was good because I'm like. I remember I was like, "That's a good idea," because you look at nerd culture now, and but yeah.
Well,
rap music belongs in the rubbish bin. It encourages punching, boastfulness, and rudeness to hoes.
So this section is specifically dedicated to this weird mixed bag I've discovered when it comes to hip-hop and animation. These portrayals aren't all the way positive, some are just goofy and played for laughs. Some try to say something, but I'm not necessarily sure I agree with what they're trying to say, or maybe they just kind of use hip-hop in the background, I guess. I don't know.
Oh no! He's become a whack gangster rapper!
Yo! Microphone check 1 2. What is this?
The JBP boys are not here.
Okay, good example. The Billy and Mandy episode, Good Bling and the Hip Hop Eponymous. Man, I didn't think this episode was trying to say anything. I mean, it's Billy and Mandy. It's really fucking stupid. And uses hip hop as a way to get their whitest character to talk in their even whiter slang.
Check 1 2. Yo! I feel that. I'm about to go off, y'all. Watch it now.
But no, Principal Good Vibes gets transformed into a Bling era rapper and changes the school's curriculum to mad rap shit. But Grimm gets upset, not because he did this, but because there's no hip-hop history class. The episode dicks off for a little bit and does the whole Yo Mama contest thing, indicative of the kind of shit that MTV was doing at the time. And it's actually what I more so remember this episode for, at least from when I was a kid. Like, I mean, come on. Your mama so dumb, she cheat off Billy Tess. She flamed that nigga, bro. Classic. But it kind of firmly takes the stance that the loud Bling era of hip-hop kind of loses its way and neglects its history.
He forgot to include a hip-hop history class? How can anyone say they're hip-hop without knowing about the old school? It's a crime, I tell you.
It's fucking Billy and Mandy. I wasn't expecting any commentary. I just thought I'd find nice B-roll. While it does kind of generalize the Bling era somewhat unfairly, I do understand the sentiment because that's kind of like how a lot of old heads started to feel back then. The Flanderization, especially for someone who grew up in that era like me, definitely throws it off from being more nuanced, and it damn sure ain't positive. But it's Billy and Mandy, it's 11 minutes, it's fine. I swear, I promise, it's fine.
Straight gangster!
It's gangsta! You're making me look bad, Erwin!
Alright, enjoy it while it lasts, because this is the first and last time you bum ass niggas finna hear me talk about Static Shock. I watched it as a kid, I grew up with it, but there's not a lot that I remember. I don't even remember what I ate for dinner last night. It was probably salmon though. I fucks with salmon.
What? I mean, how? You rappers certainly are an articulate bunch. What was that, a freestyle?
Aside from the overall vibe of the show, arguably, I only know of one episode that uses hip-hop for story purposes. Static Shock does the thing where Buddy's beats get stolen, and he uses his powers to seek revenge, and his iTunes splits. This episode is more about the character of Rubber Band Man, and his want to take back what's his, than saying something about hip-hop in general. But it is sympathetic of the producers, which is a plus. Like I said, this one's just kind of in this section because it just uses hip-hop in the background. I guess this is just kind of saying, don't steal niggas' beats? Hey, so play a beat that I stole for the transition. Monogram Monty is back! The Simpsons kind of ignored hip-hop After their first time with it in season 16, which we'll talk about a little later, aside from a quick joke or a quick guest star or maybe a montage of Bart with either Drake's Started From the Bottom or Cream by Wu-Tang, man, who even makes this show at this point? Because it damn sure ain't me. Because there would have been a lot more doom. Marge, do you want Cheetos, Doritos, or Fritos?
Pieces of the dream that I picked up in my mind.
The next time they brought hip-hop to the forefront would be their first hour-long joint, The Great Fatsby, in season 28. I remember thinking this one could either go all the way right or all the way left. I've seen this one like 4 or 5 times and I still don't know exactly how I feel about it. So excuse me while I try to explain to you exactly how I feel about it. I do think it's fun, and I do think that it's funny, but the hip-hop stuff kind of teeters on, okay, you guys kind of understand this, and yeah, no, you definitely got a bunch of old white dudes to write this. Like, when JG... oh fucking god, the rapper's name is JG. Like, when JG raps, he says some bars that make you go, oh, okay, I think they might have actually called a rapper to write this.
Now your bank account is withering, your bottom lip is quivering, your Hufflepuff, I'm slithering, there's no one doing your slithering.
But listen to what they have this nigga Keegan Michael Key spit.
Jay, you're a rhyme thief, a hip-hop perjurer. If my words were beef patties, you'd be the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar? I don't even think hip-hop knows who the fucking Hamburglar is, my nigga. And it annoys me to no end that they got Snoop Dogg, RZA, and Common in this episode and barely do anything with this besides make them spit a week 6 bars. But Common dapping up Milhouse is pretty funny.
Yo, Common, that was tight.
Respect, House.
Oh, and they do make RZA tell Mr. Burns to protect his neck. That's hilarious.
Protect your neck.
But that's it, alright? That's it. They kind of throw Mr. Burns in the middle of this rap beef, but they don't really do anything or say anything about it. It's kind of really just a backdrop, so that they can do The Great Gatsby without having to fully commit to The Great Gatsby. It's still a fun episode, though. And there's no black people pointing guns with broken slang voiced by white people, so that's always a plus in my book. Look what I'm rewarding these niggas for, son. Oh my god.
Bingo. Thank you, Mr. Alcatraz.
Ain't nothing.
It is nothing.
It's idiomatic, biatch.
Let's keep it on the Fox cartoons real quick. The Cleveland Show fucking loved Kanye West for some reason. I still don't think I fully get the correlation here.
It's Kenny sipping Henny rhyme slicker than Teflon. It's Stu been high, I'm the black Zac Efron.
Watching all of these damn shows, I'm noticing just how often they do the nerd, goofy ass nigga beats actual rapper in rap battle thing. That's like animation's favorite joke. Even I did it. Y'all clearly have never been to an actual battle before.
Car faster, my drip better, my clothes fit better, my hoes better, my tattoos better, I'm stronger than you, my bitch thicker than yours, my guns bigger than yours.
Nah, man, there's one Cleveland show in particular, the Illuminati episode, that I kind of felt was worth watching out of any of the other times Kanye was on the show. Kanye actually has his own character, Kenny West, and he has this weird relationship with Cleveland and his family. In this episode, Menace to Secret Society. No, okay.
It is kind of funny.
Cleveland finds out bro's in the Illuminati with Bruno Mars, Questlove, will.i.am, and Nicki Minaj. Honestly, in the song portion, it kind of sounds like they let Kanye write his first verse, but not his second.
Don't hear what we're saying, just ask some white teens. Where you think they got the shutter shades and tight jeans? Hey, that's my eyeball looking at you from the pyramid on cash. We're so bad we can make an iPad run flash. Got more secrets than deodorant, bitch, we don't perspire.
And I don't get why they didn't give Nicki a verse or nothing on this record. And I think she only speaks like 3 times in the episode. But I don't know. This episode is about the hip-hop Illuminati, but it doesn't necessarily say anything worth acknowledging either. I guess aside from the fact that Kanye can do anything. Seems like that's the narrative's real focus.
I can make anything cool. I'm Kenny West.
In 2009, Adult Swim dropped Freaknik the Musical.
I just want to cut that nigga's nuts off.
Freaknik was a festival, massive spring break type deal, important to the brand and spirit of hip hop in the late 90s. And it was really clever of them to personify him as a spirit, something that was lost to the test of time, like many people of that era see Freaknik itself. Granted, What was lost was some really nasty boy shit, but whatever. Ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Ain't nothing I could do. It was a different time.
Now I know y'all scared, but we gotta keep partying. If we don't, we'll lose Freaknik forever.
Freaknik the Musical has actually the most hip-hop influenced cast in the history of animation. They even kicking Boondocks ass. This one has a lot of involvement from Carl Jones. Anytime there's an abundance of black characters on screen that's not Proud Family, it usually has something to do with him. Probably should have reached out to him for involvement in this video, but whatever, it's too late now. I'm glad I don't have to review this damn thing, because the subplot with all of the black activists is a little too weird and convoluted to break down. I feel like I'm gonna have a fucking stroke trying to explain it. Or maybe not, and I'm just tired. These videos take a lot of energy to put together. If this shit made me realize anything, is that rappers make great voice actors when you write them like how they speak. Like, listen to Rick Ross, this nigga's hilarious.
What my homeboy is trying to say is, what exactly are you lovely bitches getting into this evening?
Man, this shit couldn't hide the hip-hop DNA in it if it tried. Listen to how they censor the swears.
I don't want to hear that ish. Now what the fuck are we gonna do about this freak noise?
I get the fuck off out of here before there ain't no battle to win.
Every single time black people get a chance to make a cartoon, they always include a posing ass white boy sidekick. This little nigga ain't nothing but the evolution of Buddy from Thugaboo.
I'll see you later. Bye. Yo, what's up, B? How you feeling?
Freaknik is definitely a farce. I mean, look at this shit. Anything it has to say is more about the spirit of the festival instead of just hip-hop in general. That's not stuff that I already talked about, like staying authentic in your bars, which is damn near all of Rick Ross's character.
What the fuck you know about the rap game? What you know about the struggle? What you know about having it hard?
It does highlight the grit.
Fresh and original.
I know, I'll do a rap. Boom, cha boom, cha boom, cha boom.
While these portrayals in this section aren't exactly positive, I can at least step back and say that a lot of them were using hip-hop to push a positive message. With most of these, they're taking a generalized version of the scary parts of hip-hop to perpetuate a narrative of be yourself, don't try to act like someone you're not. These people lead drastically different lives than you that you know nothing about. You just know the sensationalized version of it. It's fine to be a fan, but know your place. Dressing like them, acting hard, talking like them.
Yeah. We gave you Eminem and Justin Bieber too, even though they dress and try to talk like you.
I can't really pull that off, can I?
You're not very street.
Yeah.
A real cultural appropriation type beat. That's not you at all. That's not these characters. And that's what makes it complex, you know, because that's something I can agree with. It just bothers me that there's so many portrayals of just rap niggas being scary. The media commonly highlights and puts a spotlight on all of the negative aspects of hip-hop without doing the same thing for all of the positives. And because of this, hip-hop still has a dangerous vibe around it, despite being the most popular genre on the planet. And it's a trickle-down effect type beat, so that's why this exact generalization is so common in animation. And while you can definitely attribute a good fraction of this to the artist, I'm not with putting all of the blame on the rappers, because the way your work is seen is not always your fault. Is it the director of What's Love Gotta Do With It's fault that people keep using the goddamn Ike Turner, Lawrence Fishburne as a meme? Fuck no. They were telling a true story, not for you to send cutesy threats to your hashtag bestie. Niggas remember Tupac as this intelligent poet because of how he spoke. But you gotta remember, he didn't want to be a man, he wanted to be a nigga, you feel me? I think the point that I'm trying to make here is that hip hop is complex. And in order to use the Lil Waynes, the Gunners, the Baby, 50 Cent, but again, generalized versions. Because for every ignorant song all of these artists have, they have one where they're pouring their hearts out. For every pussy money weed, there's a tie my hands. For every drip too hard, there's a the bigger picture. For every shug, there's an intro. But nobody sees that. I'm just saying, there's more to it than what meets the eye. While it's not a silly cartoon's job to articulate that, that's not what I'm saying at all. But this is the longest section of the video. This is just it. Hip hop is just seen more like this than anything else in animation. So that's what made me feel like it was worth acknowledging.
Stop it right now. Promise you'll never do that again.
All right.
I'm still looking for her.
I can't find her. I don't know where she is.
So, okay, I thought I'd take a break from the analysis to talk about all the different forms of hip-hop and animation that this video isn't about, as a way to downsize the "you forgot to mention this" comments. This video is about hip-hop and how it is used as a storytelling device in American animated media. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, maybe something more, but definitely nothing less. And the irony is not lost on me that I am in turn talking about things while saying that I'm not going to talk about them. Alright, let's do it. A lot of cartoons, even some that don't have anything to do with hip-hop, use raps in their theme song. Shit, even I do. The Boondocks, Danny Phantom.
Young Danny Phantom, he was just 14.
Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, the Danny Phantom theme is done by DJ D-Rec from Wildin' Out. I was informed that the theme to Voltron Force was produced by Swiss Beats, which is something that I would not have known on my own. This is why it is important to talk to your friends while you research. There's the One Piece rap. Yin Yang Yo might do a video on that one day, I don't know. Joys of the Jungle, Aqua Teen, Static Shock, Nut Shack, Samurai Jack kind of has a hip-hop beat to it. Skunk Fu got Ghostface to do their theme song. Like, deadass.
Skunk Fu, balancing the earths and the heavens with an old wise panda and a whole pack of brethren.
The Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Garfield and Friends, which might be so trash that I don't even want to play the audio.
He's laid.
Boom Crew. And just for the hell of it, I really like when Family Guy did a hip-hop version of their theme song for the credits in the episode where Peter found out that he's part black.
He's a family guy in the house.
You know, you know.
Some cartoons just rap. The episode doesn't have to have anything to do with hip-hop, but they can still come out of their neck and try to spit. Before you get to typing, it's impossible for me to name every single one, so I'm not even going to try to. Some of my favorites are the Naked Mole rap, Do the Bartman, and Deep Deep Trouble.
It's not intentional, just keeping the flow. Fixing test scores to get the best scores.
The Pixies rap, done by Method Man and Redman. The fact that Wu-Tang keeps popping up in these is hilarious to me. A Real Boy, Squirrels in My Pants, and There's No Candy in Me from Phineas.
Nerd ain't no pinata.
And Just Be You from Thugaboo. I always thought that shit was fire. Straight Outta School Band is fake lit. They got Jizza rapping on Kipo. And of course, there's all of the Boondock stuff. F Granddad, Dick Riding Obama, Do the Homie, Thuggin' Love, Booty Butt Cheeks. Wait a minute, is it Booty Butt Cheeks or Mood'em Butt Cheeks? Ah, who gives a fuck, nigga? It's a song about butt cheeks. Nintendo keeps sending me this fucking clip from Clone High. I don't know if it's harassment or anything, and I'm scared to go to the police about it.
G-Spot rocks the G-Spot. G-Spot rocks the G-Spot.
And Johnny Test too. Leave me alone, Nick. Go do a video or something. Fuck. Don't worry, I know all about that Dexter's Lab album. Let's just save that for another day though. I've also been informed that they rap on that new Powerpuff Girls.
You're a princess, that's clear enough.
Oh my gosh.
You've got to be a superhero with Matt Flow. Now it's time for a Buttercup beatbox solo.
See, this is the type of shit that I was scared that I was gonna have to sit through when I said that I was gonna do this video. Just a bunch of stupid shit like this. A lot of the time, hip-hop or more so specific rappers are parodied for a quick joke or a reference. Just not enough available for full analysis type shit. Like Craig of the Creek loves them a hip-hop parody. Look at this Missy Elliott shit. The Jellies parodies rappers all the damn time for obvious reasons. There's an episode of the Jellies that features parody versions of all of the Wu-Tang niggas, but the original version only aired once, and they redid it with a bunch of fake rap niggas instead. Chuck Zone has a character that I think is a parody of Queen Latifah named Rap Shiva. I always thought that name was fucking hilarious. A show like South Park surprisingly has never said anything. Butters says Biggie Smalls in the mirror 3 times and mobs with Biggie through the whole episode. When Diddy's fun of how full of himself he is, or to call Kim K a hobbit. This show had a chokehold on my youth. A lot of this shit was really for me. I mean, if you know, you just know. Know what I mean? I can already tell I'm gonna get mad comments like, why didn't you mention this anime? Or that anime? Afro Samurai fucked my bitch. All kinds of wild shit, right? I don't know if y'all can't tell, but I don't think I've ever uttered the word anime on this channel until now. My knowledge of it isn't as extensive as it is the animation that's over here in the States. And while some can say that I could use this video and its subject matter to educate myself more so on the topic, no. I just not. That's not. I don't want to do that. There are definitely mad animes that use hip-hop for aesthetic and storytelling purposes. The big homie The Storyteller talks about Samurai Champloo, and in hip-hop is told through the lenses of Champloo in a really clever way, so I definitely recommend checking that out. Right, so then, watch my video. What? This is an imitation. I'll just list off as many as I can remember. Beastie Boys, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, and every damn cartoon. RZA, GZA, Common, De La Soul, Method Man, Redman, Tyler the Creator, Childish Gambino, MC Lyte, Jay-Z's only animated appearance in whatever the fuck this is. I'm already late enough with this video. I gotta do another Charlie Brown joint by the end of this month. Let's keep going. We gotta keep moving. Let's go. A handful of rappers have gotten their own shows over the years, but they haven't really stuck around long enough to actually say anything interesting about hip-hop. We talked about the Soulja Boy cartoon and that goofy Hammerman shit in the Obscure Black Cartoons video already, but the Slim Shady show and Kid and Play happened too. Andre 3 Stacks did Class of 3000 in the mid-2000s for Cartoon Network. A lot of people associate this cartoon with hip-hop because of 3 Stacks, but it's more so just about music in general. There isn't anything explicitly hip-hop about it aside from them rapping a few times. The rap animated music video, there's a lot of these. I'm not even gonna try to attempt to name as many as possible. Animated music videos are usually either a choice by the artist, like they can't see the audio going anywhere else rather than being animated, or it's when the label just kinda has no choice. As of late, we kinda just see them used more often when the rapper is no longer with us, like XXXTentacion or Juice WRLD, or maybe the nigga just got locked up, like YNW Millie or TK. Two niggas that I am very afraid of.
Who the fuck allowed that disrespectful ass bitch to pour out all that Grey Goose in the background of the music video?
The first Lil Dicky one's pretty funny. This nigga looked more like Lil Dicky than Lil Dicky. And yes, I have seen John Redcorn. Stop fucking sending it to me. If you want to know which one's my favorite, it's definitely Heard 'Em Say by Ye. I really love the sketchy look of that one. Or maybe Do For Love by Tupac on a good day. It's so shitty in some parts that it kind of just double jumps and becomes kind of gangster. Man, niggas don't knock the lightning out this lightning round. I had to play this damn beat like 3 times. One thing I've noticed is that people associate hip-hop with animation because of aesthetic, because it reminds them of hip-hop, even if it's just subconsciously. I think a lot of people see hip-hop as a feeling, as an emotion, instead of something tangible. I started to feel like this when I asked y'all a very specific question on Twitter. So I already kind of have my own answer, but what Western animated show or movie do you guys feel has the best understanding and love for hip-hop specifically? Please, no anime. I got enough stuff to watch. Cry like shit. A lot of the answers were shows that didn't really have anything to do with hip-hop, but they were just kind of urban based. I don't care how many lo-fi beats you listen to, Hey Arnold does not have any love or understanding of hip-hop, and it definitely doesn't try to. Oh yeah, anime, nice. A lot of Class of 3000s, which I think only referenced hip-hop in one episode. Spider-Verse, I think I can kinda understand, but it's really only because Miles is a Post Malone fan. So a lot of Kipo, Boondocks, which is one that I can understand because there's actual rappers as characters. But I don't know, I don't think y'all really thought about the question because niggas were saying shit like Gumball. Like, why? Because Gumball raps a few times? American Dad has a weird relationship with hip-hop that's borderline impossible to categorize. American Dad has a better understanding of black culture than The Cleveland Show. If you know, you know. I didn't realize how many times I wrote that in here until I'm recording now. And also there's shit like American Dragon that tries to have a hip-hop vibe through its slang.
You know it, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Cut the mic, G.
What's crackalating?
Bling bling, know what I'm saying, Pops? No. Aight? Holla. This thing is tricked out.
Man, like lemon lime in the summertime.
Mac Daddy Jakes. Oh my dog! And I mean that in a hip-hop way, not in the I own you way.
That show's probably not how you remember it.
Oh, and also, you know, it's fine, you know. There's more Peanut specials to do.
Yeah.
I keep telling these people this shit is supposed to be just music, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you really think about it, is it worth it? what I'm saying? I mean, somebody could get hurt.
Let's talk about the negative shit. I want to be clear, just because I feel like these episodes portray hip-hop in a negative light says nothing about how I feel about the episode's quality. And to prove it, let's start out with an episode that I actually laughed a bunch at. In season 16, The Simpsons did an episode called Prankster Rap. If you grew up in the early 2000s, there was a point where this image ruled your life. The episode starts off really self-aware in comparison to other times The Simpsons talks about stuff it doesn't understand.
Alcatraz is widespread. I'm talking to junk.
Just what we need. Another lame suburban kid who loves rap.
Man, are you illin'?
Rappers stopped saying illin' 12 years ago.
I'm keeping it real.
They stopped saying keeping it real 3 years ago.
Mom, Lisa's dissing me.
Dissing? Do rappers still say that?
I mean, I guess Bart's bars are fine, but Nancy Cartwright sounds fucking ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie.
Don't critique my technique. I'm no geek. I make the principal nervous. My friends can confirm this. I'll bust your spit wide in your epidermis.
I opened this video with that 50 Cent clip. I've been fascinated with it since the first time I saw it as a kid. This was insane for me. It felt like my two worlds were colliding. I almost thought a nigga like 50 Cent didn't even know The Simpsons existed. Of course, at the ripe old age of 23, I now realize how ridiculous that sounds. I don't know, while funny, the episode does portray hip-hop negatively. All of the rappers are kind of just gun-wielding, aggressive dickheads. Their clique is called Murder for Life. This nigga got hella straps on his head. Even 50 Cent's one line is about community service. They portray it as dangerous, but they never really dispute that. I don't know, I think it's kind of tricky because I think it was just them wanting to make fun of all the really hood shit that was popular at the time. They don't offer any nuance, but since it has little to do with the plot in the middle of the episode, I'd argue that they didn't really think that they had to. They don't do anything overtly offensive, demeaning, or disrespectful to the genre. I appreciate the awareness of the white suburban kids highlighting that lifestyle, which is wild common, especially with hip-hop being the world's most popular genre. Both Lisa and Mars tell Bart, nigga, you ain't about that life.
Baggy britches? Moose-lace gym shoes? Are you going to a rap performance?
This nigga Bart look crazy. Pull them damn pants up, boy. You ain't hard body or Butterfinger built that. And like I said, it is funny. And the rappers aren't always the butt of the joke.
Skinner, I order you to step off, dog. I think they're making fun of me, but my wife is very sick.
I think the last two negative ones I want to talk about, I want to pair them together because they actually do the exact same thing. That's Regular Show and the 2020 Animaniacs. If you're wondering how I feel about the new Animaniacs, mind your fucking business. That is not what this video is about. Stay on topic. So anyway, Baby Boy, Wrap It Up from Regular Show and Gift Wrapper from Animaniacs are both stories about characters from older generations removed from hip-hop being introduced to it in an aggressive fashion and are challenged to a rap battle where they win by telling a rapper to play nice and confronting them about their aggression. Also, Shakespeare's thrown into these somehow.
JPEG is objectively better than Shakespeare.
Is this true, good sir? Do you think yourself better than Shakespeare?
Shakespeare? Man, you was a sucker MC.
Now you listen here, nigga.
The Animaniacs episode starts off doing a rap sucks, Shakespeare is better, why you niggas so mean thing. And it really pisses me off. Regular Show did this shit too. Nigga, none of these rappers are thinking about Shakespeare, and it's disrespectful to the culture that hip-hop built up in the first place to downplay it as if it's some kind of lesser art because there's aggression or arrogance in some niggas' bars. I think this kind of speaks to a bigger problem in the way that hip-hop is seen in a lot of cartoons. They kind of depict rappers as these arrogant assholes that need to be taken down a peg and think that they're better than everyone. And I mean, yeah, that can go for some, but not all. And it's so common in literally every way that we see hip-hop in these cartoons that you think that's just what rap music is. And they ain't even get a fire nigga to pin these bars. What the fuck is this nigga even rapping about?
Girlfriend tryna lock me down, I ran like a Persian. Touch for the very first rhyme. And my flow so sublime. Yeah, I'm so limber. I'm like Benito Missima. Shut the f.
I do think having Yakko rap to this nigga in his second verse instead of hammering in the Shakespeare shit like Regular Show did does say it from saving that both things can't coexist. I'll definitely give it that. Regular Show just kind of has the rappers be assholes and has Pops kill them with Shakespearean kindness, which, I don't know. It's almost like they're perpetuating the narrative that one is better than the other. But at the same time though, right? It's obvious that this episode doesn't know what it's trying to say because Yakko is like, oh, LOL, don't be mean. But he proceeds to diss this nigga while being mean and beating off in his car.
Leader of the animated maniacs. You're the cure for insomniacs, less fresh than your 20-year-old.
So in what way is Yakko better than him? You trying to tell me it's Tupac logic? You gotta get into someone's world in order to lead them out? Bullshit. Look at this nigga face. He ain't learned nothing, and I ain't learned shit either. I think what I've deducted is that animation is based on exaggeration, right? And it's way more fun to exaggerate either the extremely horny parts of rap or the really dangerous. The middle ground, the nuance, it's interesting, sure, but I guess it's not funny. But I think that's more of an explanation, not an excuse. That's kind of like saying that you can't be funny without being offensive. You fat bitch. But even then, there's some instances where it's literally just all love, where the love does exist without a single drop of negative presentation. Where is it? The last place you think to look, my nigga.
Keep working your controls, or you're going to be in danger, Mouse.
Danger Mouse. That works too. We both got jokes.
Oh my god, my nigga. Can I cut to a commercial here or something? What the fuck? So we've made it here. What exactly is the most positive portrayal of hip-hop, in my opinion? What cartoon weaves in love for the art form with commentary of the genre without painting a single rapper in a negative light? You niggas finna hate me, yo. It's Teen Titans Go, my nigga. Teen Titans Go, they had De La Soul in an episode where they had to fight to get their masters. It's perfect. I've never seen anything like it before. Yeah. I think this is the best and most positive example of hip-hop and animation because it's about the artist. It highlights De La Soul. It's a love letter to them and everything they've done for the culture.
De La Soul is one of the greatest hip-hop groups of all time, Star.
These be legends, yo.
Their importance to hip-hop music and the culture cannot be overstated.
Instead of having something to say about how the artists showcase themselves, it has something to say about how the labels treat the artists, which is really interesting, especially for a kids cartoon. Class 3000 did something like this too. That episode where Lil D sells his soul to rap about ham comes to mind. That's probably my favorite record from that show in it.
So, short I got that. Lil D make a beat, make it hot bad. Like a rabbit, Volkswagen, or a Cadillac. I'ma show you how to do a record contract.
But this is cool because for one of the only times in Western animation, rappers aren't aggressive or intimidating or a shell of what they used to be. They're actually loved and admired for their craft and what they do. And it's wild that it took the silly little DC superhero cartoon to do that. The concept of the episode blew my mind when I first heard it. If you don't know, De La Soul was a rap group in the 90s. You might know them for that song that they hate. Just me, myself, and I. They were signed to the label Tommy Boy. A lot of stuff happened where they got dicked around on their contracts and with their masters, so they don't own any of their records. It's the reason you can't stream a lot of their albums. Hip hop was heated about this shit. Niggas was tweeting Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy and all that. Which is actually a reference to a song by GZA called Labels, but I mean, yeah, the meaning is still the same. With this context, this episode is about a monster that steals all of De La Soul's masters and the Titans have to help them get it back. Which is like, already unlike anything I've ever seen before. They even had these niggas break down IPs and royalties in a way that a lot of hip-hop documentaries don't even do.
Let's say you create something original, like a rap song. That rap song is now your intellectual property. Now, if others want to use your intellectual property, or IP, they may be required to pay you money, aka music royalties.
These niggas throwing records around, they referencing album titles and songs. Listen to how they made these niggas talk.
Word? You sure? Ooh, Wonder Woman is bad with that lasso, B.
I've never heard a cartoon character talk like this. I'm gonna faint. I don't want to spoil this, but if you love hip-hop, I could not recommend this episode anymore. It's only 11 minutes, but there's enough love poured into this one that it will make you think about it for an hour and some change. Only missed opportunity is that they give De La Soul this obsession with the Justice League the whole episode, and I think it would have been hilarious if the fucking Justice League producers pulled up instead. But, I mean, this is a kid's show, son. Having De La Soul on this bitch is already a stretch.
We in the Justice League, baby!
Ugh.
If you do this
The
to me, you will
Justice
be a
League.
made man.
So, full disclosure, I don't think any of this is anything anyone would lose sleep over or anything like that. The most reasonable reaction you'll probably get is some mild annoyance from hip-hop fans or something. While hip-hop is arguably a more political genre than the rest of the stuff that you see on the radio today, just because a cartoon doesn't understand, doesn't say anything about the creators or the crew. It just means they don't listen to rap.
Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?
I don't listen to hip-hop.
And I mean, like, okay, yeah, it helps when you understand the thing that you're trying to parody or whatever, but it doesn't really affect anyone in the grand scheme of things if you just get some things wrong. It's not like the representation of marginalized people. It's a music genre that a lot of people care about and a lot of people are around for the inception of. If you get it wrong, I mean, it's annoying. It's annoying as fuck, but it's fine. I get just as uncomfortable hearing bad rap lyrics coming out of cartoons as much as I get when I hear Lisa Simpson say pwned. You don't understand it. I'm not sure how much you even tried, but so what? Let's move on, you know? I think after watching all of these shows in a row, it's clear to see that animation does not see hip-hop in the same way that hip-hop sees it. Think about it. Think about how often rappers name drop cartoons, animes, whatever, in their bars. This isn't just a new thing either. Young Money definitely had a song called Bedrock. The context in which they used the name could probably be a little disrespectful, but whatever, nigga, I don't know. Grocery bag. But all these rappers grew up on cartoons, just like we all do. I think that it's time that the love starts to get reciprocated in the representation a little bit, you know? Not just the flanderized idea of how dangerous and scary rap is. That's not the only side to it. There's so much more going on, but they don't know unless they take the time out to understand or at least hire writers who grew up in the culture. I mean, look, it's getting better. Titans had De La, Craig had Dale, We Bare Bears had T-Pain, Kipo had Jizza. And I mean, duh, Ian created OKKO and there's mad hip-hop love in there. It's been nothing but love recently, aside from many an Animaniacs here and there. And that's what I like to see. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really, I haven't watched the news since Prince died.
I wish there was more portrayal of hip-hop in animation today. And I feel like it's gonna happen.
It's also like different, like you could do a lot, like where I live in Brooklyn, like I think my daughter's taught Biggie, has, you know, Biggie lyrics are on her walk to school. So it's like so different now.
Wow.
That I hope,
yeah.
I think how they view hip-hop is very different than when we were kids. It was like dangerous and stuff. So like I'm curious.
Yeah.
What their view of it is even gonna be when you present.
No, it's true. I feel like there is like a whole world of, you know, sort of like classic hip-hop that, you know, could be used in like kid stuff right now. I guess there was Hip Hop Harry. You know that?
No,
what he is. He's like a hamster that dances around. Yeah.
I mean, I know like from Yo Gabba Gabba when they'd have, because I show those to my daughter because he wrote a song about picking boogers, so I think he would be. Kids can relate.
Kids can relate. Kids can always relate to picking boogers.
Picking boogers. Why did Biz?
The kids are just like, yo, this speaks to me.
I get this. He is just a friend. I understand this. Like,
this is the show that we call Knock. Jump up and scream till you get your throat hoarse. This is the show that we call Knock.
This is a cartoon.
Hip hop. I don't get it. Where's the tune?
I was just down in the SPC kicking it with some G's on the west side.
My favorite rapper used to sing, check out my melody, I wanna live.
I done been through juvenile homes, foster homes, mobile homes.
Just what we need. Another lame suburban kid who loves rap.
Now that'd be dope, Torsten.
How can anyone say they're hip-hop without knowing about the old school?
Yeah, they love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop.
I want my money and credit for the beats you stole from me.
Yeah, they love it, the underdogs on top.
The stakes is so high, yo.
Believe you me, homie, I know all about losses. What the fuck you know about the rap game? What you know about the struggle? About having it hard?
I stay strapped like car seats, been banging since my little nigga Rob got killed for his Barclays.
I feel that, I feel that.
I'll kill you if you try me for my Air Max 95.
That's all right, Francine. For the second time in my life, I was saved by hip-hop. But that's another story.
Can we cut the hip-hop while I'm ranting? Who is this, anyway? Good beat.
Hey, thanks so much, Tariq.
Yeah, thank you
for having us.
Yeah, I hope this video turns out good.
Yeah, me too.
To what? To what? Nigga, Seagull 6. What? Being around the bush?